Good morning everyone, my name is Kay and I'm Stitchy Fifer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. A very warm welcome to you this morning. This is Friday the 5th of September. Yep, definitely the 5th according to my calendar. And it is around about 10 past 11 in the morning. Very warm welcome to you if this is your first time viewing my channel. I do hope that you find something that you like and that you will stay and click on that subscribe button, that like and subscribe button, and click on the notification bell, selecting all, so that you're notified whenever I upload new content. I have been able for the last month with regards to my update videos. I will get into that more in the update videos because it's more sort of like a life update type thing. That'll be, hopefully, I'm hoping to film an update video tomorrow or Sunday. So I'll get into it more then. Although I've not been on FlossTube, I have been stitching though, so I've got quite a bit to show you in my update video tomorrow. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for coming back and spending some more time with me today. Your support is always appreciated, whether it's a like, a subscribe, a comment, you know, it all helps get my channel noticed. And I mean, yeah, you know all that anyway, because I'm not the only one that is so appreciative of subscribers. It means that I'm not sitting talking to nobody. I'm talking to people, yay. I don't feel so silly sitting in my living room talking away to nobody apart from the cats. I thought I'd do a little stitch with me today. Might be an ASMR one because my throat is a bit sore this morning. You can probably hear it in my voice, I'm a bit raspy and a bit hoarse. I'm working on two rolls by Nadia Strelkina, which is a retired chart from Paine Free Crafts. This is the needle minder that I got to go with it, and this is the finished, you know, an idea of the finished piece. I'm actually working up on this piece, this bit here, which is above, sort of like above where this is, sort of like, I think sort of like this guy's ear bit up there. Above his ear, sort of like coming into the mountains at the background. I have done a total of 2,247 in total, and I'm at 1.27%. I've not done any stitches today yet, so I'm going to do an hour and maybe an hour and a half, we'll see how quickly I get through the first block. The way I'm stitching this is I'm working each block across the work area, what I call the work area, which is basically the section of the frame on the frame that is quite easily stitched. I'm not having to sort of break my wrist to try and get into the corner or stuff like that. It works out on 25 count, roughly 150 stitches across by 150 stitches down. On Paine Free Crafts, that's about, charts, that's about 3 pages. And I have just noticed I have got an end, so I'll get that with the snag rabbit. Now, where was it? That needs to go through the back. And up, that's too thick. Put one in. This is when I find that the snag rabbits I got off at Amazon are cheap, rubbish and bend, I bet you. Where is it? There's one. There we go. Any others? Oh, there's one. Come on, through. Oh gosh, come on. Or not. Maybe not. No, it doesn't like it. But it has put it back. Okay. Let's zoom you in. I'm going to work on this square. You can see that right needle. Right. You can go that way because I don't need you. Oh, damn. Come on. Sorry, I've got myself in a bit of a guddle here with this. Come on. That's... Come on. Last wee one. Come on, last wee knot. Really? We got a knot. We got a proper knot, or is that just... come on. There we go. All fixed. Yeah, all fixed. See? All fixed. You guys go that way because I don't need you right now. Right, I need you guys. You guys can go there. Yeah, I said I'm working in 10 by 10 squares, working across. So what I'll do is today I'll continue across, but I'm also doing, normally I do 3,000 stitches on a new start, but what I've done is I've changed my way of working a wee bit, because I'm taking on board Aimee's from Paine Free Crafts series of challenges, and I'm doing the Harry Potter series. So the first chapter is something like 4,800 and odd stitches for chapter 1 of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So I'm doing that on this one. And then what I'll do is I'll move on to what I should have been working on if I hadn't been doing a new start, and that is 2 dancing peacocks, I think, is what I should have been working on following my rotation. Because what will happen is this will go to the end of the rotation, and what I'll do is when I start working on my next project, I'll work on the number of stitches for chapter 2, and what I'll do is whenever I switch projects on my rotation, I'll switch to the next chapter and do that number of stitches before I move on. It does mean that weekly challenges you might only get 1 or 2, weekly updates you might only get 1 or 2 projects, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to work out how I can still so I work through them. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting all my projects on a little wheels app, and each night like work on this because I don't work, so I can stitch all day. Aren't I lucky? I'd rather be working, but I can't because of certain things, because of certain illnesses and stuff. So I spend my days cross stitching, which helps my mental health greatly. I think I would be a lot more depressed than what I am if I wasn't doing cross stitch, and I would go through a lot more mental problems, health problems, if I didn't. So what I'm thinking about doing is putting all of my projects on a tiny decisions wheel, and what I'll do is I'll stitch on the main project until maybe 5 or 6 o'clock at night, until I have my dinner, and then after dinner I will spin the wheel and stitch for the rest of the evening on whatever project comes up on the wheel. There is going to be times obviously when it comes up and it's going to be the same project. If that's the case, I'll just keep carrying on with the challenge. Feeling that what I'll do is I will, if that doesn't work, I'm going to go back to my 2 days rotation. I mean, I wanted to join in with the challenge, but I wasn't sure how to work it. So I might actually swap it and go back to my rotation. But what I'll do is I'll pick a project on the wheel to do the chapter, and what I'll do is I'll do the normal rotation during the day and the challenge at night. But we'll see. I'm kind of in 2 minds about it at the moment, so we'll see. Sun's a wee bit on the bright side today, so it's making it really difficult for me to see the screen on my Chromebook to see my chart properly. Sorry about that, I knocked something and everything moved. Why is that not? Why is it not coming out? Why are you stuck? Where am I? Okay, that's why you're stuck. Really? Put on a light knot. Or fan collar. Come on. Really, Oscar? You making sure you're getting hurt too, yeah? What's wrong? Really? Like that, is it? Like that? Mm-hmm. I think today's going to be the day of the knots. Come on. Right, I'm going to have to trim this. It's not for coming out. What I'll do is I'll just cut that as well. I think today's going to be the day of knots. I have days when I just have knots all the time, and I have other days when I don't see one at all. I don't see a knot, a single knot at all. Next one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 5. I hear you. Is that right? You tell them stories. You telling everybody on YouTube stories. Are you? You're that hard done by, Oscar. You get 3 square meals a day. 4 square meals a day, I should say. You get dreamies on tap. You've got water. You've got a litter tray. 2 litter trays. You've got toys. You've got a sunny windowsill you can lie on. And you still think you're hard done by. And you've got a brother to cuddle up to. Eh? Who are you looking for? I think Charlie's lying on my bed. I get that first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and a couple of times a day during the day. And then occasionally I get Charlie's doing the meow that sounds like mum. You know, the mom. I think that was Oscar walking around telling everyone I was going to use the letter tray because I hear him at it now. So I guess my job for this afternoon is going to be to change the letter. Sun's warm through that window. Doesn't help that I'm wearing a black t-shirt today. Still. So all my friends in the Northern Hemisphere are now into autumn. According to my weather forecasting thing, we're in meteorological autumn. It's a hard word to say. Almost as hard to say monogamous. And I got, last month, I got the 4 seasonal montage pieces from Janet Stewart from Paine Free Crafts. They were being retired last month, so I got them. Stitching Mummy's doing them. I think who else is doing them? Someone else that I watched that's doing them as well. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. I know Stitching Mummy's doing them because she was showing the summer one just the other week there. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I got them. I was going to start it on October the 1st, but I'm actually in the process of getting McGonagall's library from the Cross Stitch Studios kitted up. Putting the money aside for that, and I'll be ordering the flosses and the fabric from Abby at Crossing Crafts on around about the 20th, so that I get it for the 1st. If it's not here for the 1st, it's no biggie. Yeah. After this year, I'm not going to be doing my monthly new starts. It's going to be maybe every other month or every couple of months. I just wanted to get a wider range of projects for you guys to see, basically. And so what I'm going to be planning on doing, I have got 2 new starts planned for June next year. Well, 1 definitely for June. Might be 2, because I want to start one on my birthday, but I want to celebrate the actual month of my birthday, so I think I might start a new one on the 1st of June and do maybe 100, 200 stitches on it per day for the month. And then I'll have my new start actually on my birthday as well. So yeah, So those seasonal montages may end up being new starts next year. One, two, three, in there. So yeah. So they may get started next year, starting with probably the spring montage, because I've got a new start planned for Hogmanay, which is 31st of December, and that's going to be Monarch of the Glen, supersized max colour version. I'm going to start that 12 noon on Hogmanay and working it for 12 hours to the bells at midnight, see you in the new year. Last year I did Hogmanay finish, which was from the Demented Stitchers on Etsy, and that was Family Crazy Loud Love, which I finished on Hogmanay. So I wanted to have a finish on that, so I've made myself work on it on Hogmanay last year. And my New Year New Start was Hummingbirds in Spring, which was the second Gogh chart from the HAED sale. I'm not planning on doing the HAED sale next year. I'm saying that now, but I'm going to wait and see what the charts are. If they just sell next year, I'm going to wait and see what the charts are that they're offering. You know, if there's one in there that I want, then I will do it. But I'm not planning on doing it next year. It's just I'm finding it a wee bit like a chore to stitch on it, and I'm just about halfway through the third instalment. I've done the first two instalments, and I'm about halfway through the third, and I'm just finding it a wee bit of a chore. And I had to do an average, I figured it was an average of 122 stitches a day to get it completed on the 30th of December. And I'm not even managing that, because I'm just doing it as and when I can, and I'm trying to get 1,000 stitches whenever I can. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that's sort of struggling to keep going with it. But I want to get it complete. I do want I've done the 6 full pages. I've done the 6 full pages, so I will be getting the remainder of the charts that were offered. So I'll be getting like the Drinks on the Beach and the Innocent Dreams and Nature's King, or the Lion one, and the Flamingos, all the Flamingos. So I'll be getting them, regardless of whether or not I finish it. But I want to finish it because I want the free chart, the free HAED chart. So, as my choice of charts. So, and I've got my choice narrowed down to about 3 or 4. I think what I might do is I may put money aside, and what I'll do is, if it's still only narrowed down to 4, I'll pick one through to get free, and then I'll buy the other 3. So like a late Christmas present to myself, sort of thing. Because I do like the HAED charts, and I really like their charting. Saying that, this isn't too bad. This is quite a good chart to follow. What I like about this one is the chart is actually bold. It's actually done in bold type, so it's really easy to see the symbols on this, like on the screen. I've got it to the size where I've got maybe, oops, right, mark that one's done. Where's that going? That shouldn't be over there. It should be there. One. One. End after this stitch, so that's one down there. So to end my stitch, I do my first leg, then I come across and go up and down the same hole, the top left, and down to there, to the loop, and pull it to the back. So that's the loop finish. Then to make sure it stays secure, I do a wee where the cross, the horizontal and the vertical fabric strands cross through, and do a wee pin, or a modified pin stitch. And again, through where the two strands cross, down, and trim, because that is not going anywhere. Sometimes I forget that it's like I'm finishing, and I do that, and I don't do the loop. I just go down maybe an extra couple of spaces and do the pin stitch then. One there. bring the needle through the middle of the strand instead, fabric strand instead of through the hole. That's fixed there. Yeah, so I'm working across, but what I'm doing is I'm parking in the block below the block that I'm working in, and if there's not a stitch, if the next stitch isn't in that one, I then look at the next one on the right, and if it's not there, then it's the bottom left, you know, bottom left, bottom right, sort of like this one or this one. I don't know if you'd call it Royal Rose as such, but it's kind of similar, except I'm only doing one block instead of the 2x10 or the 10x10. The one block wide and the two blocks high. I'm doing like 10x10 stitches. I'm not doing, because I'm doing more on, that's in the wrong place. Where's that from? Where did that come from? Oh, wait a minute. Right. Ah, right, that's okay. It's me being silly. I didn't see the strand, this strand until just now. I thought that colour was going to be right across, but it's not. I do apologise for my loud neighbours. I do apologise for my neighbours. My neighbours don't seem to mind the whole straightening on their business, unfortunately. I wish I could be like Nicola and film at some silly times, like 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, because there would be absolutely nobody around at that point. But my sleep pattern is such that I don't actually wake up until around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So unfortunately, whenever I choose to film, there's going to be outside noise. I do live in a ground floor flat, so I get noise almost constantly from my upstairs, from them moving around, which is perfectly fine. I mean, they've got, you know, during the day it's fine. You know, I can't expect him to not move around just because I'm filming a video or whatever, so, you know. did you come through? Charlie, when did you come through? Didn't see you walking past. I think Charlie's a magician. He seems to just appear. As for whether Charlie shall join me tomorrow when I film my update video, I don't know. It's been a wee bit more subdued than normal lately. That's another hole that's been parked in the wrong place. That needs to go over one. I need to go and get myself a fresh coffee, so I'm going to finish this block and that'll be it for the video for today. Let's put that one there. The wrong place. That should have been. Okay. Sometimes I forget I'm doing the rows like in the snake. So I'm going, and I forget I'm going left to right and then right to left, and then I forget that I'm doing that. And sometimes or I think that I'm on an odd row and I'm on an even row or something like that. And when I'm parking my threads, I park as if I'm on an odd row, especially if I'll be stitching on an odd numbered row and I go to park on an odd numbered row. So that's an odd, I must have been on like if I'm working on an even row where I'm working right to left, and I'm going to park and I park as if I'm on an even number row, but I'm actually on an odd numbered row here, so I'm actually going left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Right. And although I'm parking in the block below, I'm continuing with the, if there's a space above, if the space above is filled, I'm stitching it. One. So while I'm stitching this, I'm going to do my reminders. If you're not already subscribed, please do click on the subscribe button. If you like the video, please click the like button. If you want to leave me a comment, please comment below. Even if it's just a smiley face or a wave. It all helps the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, to get my video out to, you know, those that, to have more people, grow my subscribers. If you are already a subscriber, thank you very much. And that's that, completed, and I have stitched 103 stitches. Yep, I didn't even need to, I should have just counted those. Anyway, that's that block done. It's another block towards 100, you know, another block less that I have to do. So yeah, as I say, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe, click the like, do all those sort of things. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.